What's up, ballers? Jacob here with All Drive No Drop. Everyone keeps asking me what my favorite paddles are, by shape, so I'm just breaking it down really quick to get you the information you need. I'm going to break it down by my top 3 paddles for each shape. I'm going to show you the stats, and that's it. We're just going to get right into it. I want to get started with the hybrids, and then we're going to go into elongated and then wide bodies, and I am going to give you the stats at the end there for all of everything compared with all the other paddles on the market. In case you are new to the channel, smash that subscribe so you don't miss the latest news in all my podcasts and all the best paddle reviews around. So let's jump in to the hybrids right now. Okay, first up for the hybrids is the 11624 Vapor Powered. The whole series is really good, but this is my favorite of the series, and it is that Gen 3 style paddle. It is a little denser than some of the other Gen 3s. The feel that you get and the sound off the paddle, you just get that pleasant, you know, Gen 3 thud sound, and the dwell time is great. The spin is amazing, and I think this is just a perfect combination of the power, pop, and hand speed that you really want from a power paddle. So that's why it's in my top paddles right now. It just plays so well. I think anyone can use this paddle too for any level, and the price point is great. $170 goes down to $160 with the code AllDriveNoDrop. And then as far as my weight setup, we go from about the handle going up about 6 inches of the 0.5 gram per inch strips, and I use Widebody tungsten tape and grips for almost all my paddles, so go check that in the description if you want to save 15%. And then we have the Gherkin Nightshade, which is a 14 millimeter paddle. It has the 10 millimeter size diameter cell size, and this one, oh, the springiness, the pop power combo, and this one's super light swing weight. I think that's the really cool thing about this one, is it already comes at like an all-court leaning power paddle at the 112 swing weight, and it's super maneuverable. So I think that would be one of the reasons people would want to get this over, say, the 11624 Power Vapor, if you really favor that hand speed. And I have 8 inches of 0.5 gram per inch tungsten tape going from a little bit above the handle up to the top. That's my weight sub, really benefits from more weight. And then for my third hybrid, it's actually kind of a twin here. It's the J2TI and J2K Plus series, and these ones take a little bit more time to break in. The other two, they come fresh out of the box. They already got the power level. J2K Plus, J2TI take a little bit of time to break in, but basically J2K, one of my favorite paddles ever. The Plus just makes it more powerful in the Gen 3 style. Takes a little time to break in, a little bit softer, but man, the pop power combo with the, you know, stability and the sweet spot size that you get from the J2K comes right over to the J2K Plus. J2TI Plus, one of the best all-core, all-around paddles that you can really get. Just amazing soft feel, great spin, great dwell time, just an awesome hybrid. So let's move on to the elongateds. No surprise if you follow the channel that the Joola Pro IV Agassi 14 millimeter is on this list. This thing just, you know, it tops the charts in power. It's pretty close to the top of the charts in pop. And then it just plays really well. It gets great dwell time and spin. Nothing really not to love about this. Maybe a little on the stiffer side, but not too bad with this new tech flex that they have in it. I have 5 inches of 1 gram per inch tungsten tape on here. As you can see with the shape, the bottom does get a little unstable, needs help with that sweet spot and stability, so that's the reason I have it there. But yeah, great thing, just really expensive at $280. There will be a discount pretty soon in the future with 80 ND10, but I don't know exactly when that activates. But if you want to help the channel, buy it with the link. Next up, I have the Franklin Dynasty 16 millimeter. This thing just plays really well. So if you played with the Joola Pro 4s, which, you know, I like the Perseus and the 16 millimeter and the Agassi 16 millimeter too, but if you like those but you just thought they were a little hard to control, you felt like they were getting a little inconsistent because the sweet spot sometimes gives you too much power, this is perfect right here if you want a little bit of a toned down version of that. And it just, oh man, yeah, it looks so good too, right? That red. And a little bit cheaper, so that's why I like this Franklin C45. I honestly might play better with it. Still not sure. It just is a very solid Gen 3 paddle. And the weight setup I have on that, I actually have 8 inches of 0.5 gram per inch strip, just because this thing came in a little lighter. So that's what I have on there. And just because I want to include a budget option, and honestly, this paddle is really, really good as well. The Friday Fever, I have 5 inches of 1 gram per inch tungsten tape from this bottom corner going up, because mine came in really light. These things can kind of come in a variety of weight. I think they're trying to get it heavier, but this one takes a little time to heat up as well. But this just is a really excellent paddle for the price point of $100. For, you know, you just don't find Gen 3s at $100 these days, really. So I just really like the playability of this. For $100, it's basically, you know, a softer feeling Gen 3, so not too stiff and really customizable with the weight. So I appreciate that. Comes in different colors too. So the Friday Fever, a great pick for my top elongated paddles I'm playing right now. Let's move into the wide bodies. All right, this one's going to be a little bit of a surprise one. Maybe you haven't heard of. If you are really deep into things, then maybe you have. The Revolin Bioflx Drift Pier Long Handle. So this is a new series that uses a combination of flax and basalt lava rock for the facing instead of carbon fiber. And for me, it's been really, really good. And this one is one that it was pleasant to try something new for a power paddle, right? Like, just, it gives you a different feel. It reminded me a little bit of the Paddletek ESQ, but it wasn't as stiff, and it still gave me that springiness, but it gave me a little bit more dwell time, and with a little bit toned down on the pop and power, but that allowed me to have even better control and even better placement. So that's why I really played well with this. So for my weight sub, I've been doing different things. I've been playing around on my wide bodies with a 5 inch of 1 gram per inch strip up here. And then I've also been adding a 8 inch 0.5 gram per inch strip down here going up. Really doesn't actually need weight. This one plays really, really well stock, but I would try putting a little weight up top, because that's where some of these Gen 1 paddles suffer a little bit, especially with the sweet spot towards the top. But this thing, whew, it just plays really, really well. And at a price point of $175, and then take out the discount with the code AllDriveNoDrop, one of the best priced power paddles. Carbon Trufoam Genesis 2 is next up on this list. This one just is very, very good. It is a power paddle that's just on the entry power paddle level. It has amazing dwell time. It gets amazing spin, and it just has a really good sweet spot. Now, it does help, the weight helps these foam paddles more than other paddle styles, in my opinion. You can see here, I have a pretty aggressive, I've got 10 inches here of 0.5 gram per inch tungsten tape on this paddle, and it just makes it play even better, helps it get that power level even higher. These are expensive at that $280 price point, but I think they're worth it, because there's nothing really else like it. So that's why I have the Carbon Trufoam on here. And then lastly, the good old Paddletek Bantam ESQ-C 12.7 millimeter. Still nothing poppier than this, and nothing comes in lighter with the lower swing weight that gets that pop and power combo. I still prefer wrapping the whole head in 0.5 gram per inch tungsten tape, and that just makes it into a cannon. Now, it is on the stiffer side of all the paddles on this list. This one does hurt my elbow the most, and that's really why I can't play it too much, but it is a very fun paddle. Also, another expensive one at $250. Sometimes the code's working, sometimes it's not. They go off and on, but AllDriveNoDrop, of course, for a discount if it's available. But yeah, that's my list. Okay, so I'm just gonna pop on the screen. Here is my database that I have been building, and that way you can see where everything compares on the list. We'll sort by the pop and power and just put those on the screen real quick. And this is just a quick reference for you, because I still haven't published my list. And do whatever you want with it. I will tell you that keep in mind that the numbers can vary from person to person, and also no testing is perfect. We are humans, and there is human error in the data, but if you really, really want to see it, here it is. Okay, so that's everything that I'm playing right now, my favorite paddles. I just wanted to give an update because people keep asking me, and so I'm like, hey, let me make a video telling you what my favorite paddles of each shape are right now. That way I can just link the video, because I feel like I've spent a lot of time typing. You know, here are my favorite paddles, here are the reasons why. I just wanted to give it in video format for other people to find and see. And as always, I mean, please like the video if you found it useful. And please drop a comment with your favorite paddles. I'd love to know what other people are playing. If you have any questions as well, I'm happy to answer. And then subscribe to the channel. You don't want to miss the podcast. You know, David and I are cooking up some good stuff, especially coming up into the future as we go to the Nerdy Tourney and Beer City. We got a lot of good stuff going on. So thank you very much. Go play some pickleball.